I'm going to tell you all an important story about a baseball player by the name of Wally Pipp. Now, baseball fans will know where this story is going based on the title, but I believe there's a very valuable lesson to be learned here for the people who don't know who Wally Pipp is. So, in 1925, going back in time here, it's 1925. Imagine how society was back then. The Yankees are one of the premier teams in baseball. For this, of course, being the Babe Ruth era. They had just won a World Series 2 seasons prior. There were many colorful names on this team, and one of those being Wally Pipp. Now, Wally was no stiff. He led the league in home runs a few times. He had got MVP votes. He was a legit player, one of the better players on the team. But one fateful day in 1925, Wally had a headache. Oh, I have a headache. It was like, that's the team trainer, hey, gotta get 2 aspirins. And the coach saw this. And he was like, oh, Wally, take the day off. This is a quote. We'll try that Garrick kid at first today. Wally played first base. You'll get back in there tomorrow, right? And Wally was like, yeah, take the aspirin, take the day off. I'll be back in there tomorrow. Lou, that kid, that kid, he's gonna get to play first base today. Now, this Garrick, of course, ended up being Lou Garrick, who got the start at first base. From then on, he went to set on the record for consecutive starts made in a career, which would end up being broken later, but at the time there was a record. It was over 2,000 games. Now, of course, along with being one of the greatest players of all time, Wally Pipp would never start a game at first base ever again. He finished the season benched and was traded afterwards, and I don't know, he played like 2 more seasons after this, and nothing really special happened. He would end up saying afterwards that it was the two most expensive aspirin he ever took in his life. Despite being a good player in his own right, Wally just came to be known as the guy who got benched for Lou Gehrig, the guy who took 2 aspirins and lost his job. So whenever this happens now in sports, if gets injured and some guy comes in, and then the guy who comes in takes out the person's job, they say, oh, we got Wally Pipped. That's what Wally Pipp's known for now, despite being a good player. So the lesson from the story is quite simple. Do not give anyone else a shot to take your spot. Take your position. Obviously, there's some nuance here. Don't be like, oh my god, oh my god, like a little wuss. But you shouldn't be giving other people shots. All right? It's your position. You have to own it. Okay? You don't give anyone else a chance to take it, especially in very competitive fields. Anytime you say, I'm kind of tired, he can try today. I'll be back tomorrow. Realize there may not be a tomorrow for you to take.